There are so many lies going around about Kilmer Abrego Garcia that I feel like I have to break this down because I don't understand what the fuck is not comprehending to some of these people, especially MAGA, because they are just in the bag with their fucking lies. What we know from court documents is that when Kilmer was little, his brother Cesar was either being forced to join the gang or the family was going to have to give up their rent money. The family apparently owns a business. They were selling papusas and they were being targeted. All right. So they sent the brother to the United States. The same thing happened to Kilmer when he was 12 because the gang wanted to take him away until his father paid basically money, ransom, and they watched him as he was going to school. The family then moved away to another town, but the gang threatened to rape his sister. So they ended up moving Kilmer to the United States. His father was also a police officer in El Salvador. The mother was the one who sold the papusas. It says in 2011, when he was, like I said, 16 years old, he came to the United States. He joined his brother, Cesar, who was now a United States citizen living in Maryland and found work in construction. From what I can tell, he came to the country not through a visa or via the border seeking asylum. So he was technically here illegally. It says he met his wife in about 2016 and they ended up having a baby in 2018 and they had a normal life living in Prince George's County, which is here in Maryland. In 2019, he went to Home Depot looking for work. Obviously, he was into construction and he was arrested by a county police officer. And the detective asked if he was a gang member. What we know about the officer is that in 2019, he was suspended because he was providing information to a commercial sex worker who he was paying in exchange for sexual acts. This is not someone that should be trusted, and he himself is now on probation. Okay, so why would we trust this man to give correct information? Not to mention, listen to this, because this shit is what really pissed me off. So the police officer supplied a gang-related interview sheet, and he claimed that Abrego Garcia wore a Chicago Bulls hat and a hoodie, and this was the evidence that he was a member of MS-13. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay? And apparently there was a confidential source that he was a member of MS-13 in New York. What we know is that the judge heard this case, and in 2019, she ultimately granted him a withholding of removal, which basically said that he was barred from going back to El Salvador because he could face harm there. Mr. Abrego Garcia was given a protected order to be able to stay in the United States. He was not here illegally. A judge granted this to him. All he had to do was check in with ICE yearly. They issued him a work permit and he was able to join a union and was employed full-time as a sheet metal apprentice. He was doing what he was supposed to do. On March 12th, while driving, he was taken into custody by ICE. They then took him to a holding facility and sent him to El Salvador. They did not listen to what the judge said. They even admitted it was a clerical error. He should not have been sent to El Salvador. And no one has seen him since. My senator said he's going down there to be able to try to figure out what's going on, see if this man is even alive, and bring him home. Maybe not even bring him here, but at least bring him to Canada or another country that will be willing to take him so that he can see his family and he can actually be a father to them and a husband to his wife. This is ridiculous, but I am so tired of the lies. Stop saying this man was MS-13. There is no proof that this man is MS-13. There is no proof that he committed any crime in the United States. Yes, he came here illegally. A judge told him he could stay here, and he stayed here legally all this time. So please shut the entire fuck up about this.